All right, welcome to Irwindale, everyone, for the Virtual Legends Tour Graphic Rush Media 50 here at Eldora, and we have our pole sitter. Oh wait, it looks like you've been knocked down by Zach Novak. Wow, he's been really fast first couple of weeks. But tell me how your qualifying run was, Ashton.
It was pretty good. Been having to run the top for the last half of practice, but decided to try to run the bottom. Didn't really get the run out of four that I needed, but let us pole for a good bit of time until Zach Novak put up a 6.71. Absolutely insane. Congrats to him. But qualifying was pretty good, but obviously couldn't get all out of it that I wanted.
Yeah, we saw that track get really rubbered in on the bottom during practice, and the track status carried over to the race and qualifying, and that had to be really difficult challenge there.
Oh yeah, the track now has no speed, and it expect a lot of people to run the top and a few run the bottom. But if you're gonna run the bottom, expect to be insanely loose. But it's probably gonna be bumper to bumper on the top. But just have to see about that later on.
So during practice, did you get a good run on how you think the race is gonna, or a good gauge on how you think the race is gonna play out?
Yeah, probably going to be a lot of wrecks off of four, just of how tight it's getting to the wall. But hopefully everybody can, use a good amount of throttle control and avoid that from happening. But I wouldn't really expect anybody to go to the bottom. It's just gonna be the top the whole way around.
Well, good luck today. We're gonna have to move on to interviews, but good luck.
Thank you.
All right, that was Ashton Crowder for you. We'll get, oh wow, Josh Kosek just qualified
User left your
five
channel.
thousandths faster than Zach Novak. I'm not sure we can get to him, but I know we can get the Conor Okresic, and he is in the chase this week. This is the next to last race in the Virtual Legends Tour Championship. So we'll drag him in and see how he wants to do this week.
User was moved to
All
your
right,
channel.
Connor. How do you think points are going to go this week?
I'm hoping to get a couple points gains from this week. I qualified pretty decent, had a pretty solid lap, so I think I'm sitting P3, P4. I almost had to use a fill-in driver today, but IRL got rained out, so I'm kind of happy for that and mad at the same time. But I'm hoping to get a championship win. That's not out of the question yet. Every one of these drivers, pretty much in the chase, is skilled, has a chance to win it. Except for a couple of people who haven't ran all the races, so they're out. But
Yeah, that dirt's been pretty slick. What line did you run in qualifying?
I tried something out a little bit different just to try to pick up a tad bit of time. I ran top through 1 and 2 because it's the only line that's not super slick. But through 3 and 4, I kind of ran middle, slid up to the top. I think that's what killed my lap because I slid up to the top instead of trying to pinch it down to the bottom or staying up top. But there's so little groove left on the top of the track in 3 and 4, it's just a guessing game at this point.
Now it looks like through 3 and 4, there's a little bit of a lane in the middle. Are you going to possibly be able to run that in the race?
I think you should be able to run some of it in the race, but it just depends on how many people drive it and how fast it goes away. But it's definitely usable down there. It's still slick.
Yeah, these are really fast cars here, so bumper to bumper racing. Did you really get a good gauge on how this is going to play out, do you think, in in practice?
If practice indicates anything, it's going to be a wreck fest, but you never know.
Yep, the last new track that we were at, the first time we were at the Bull Ring, not the week before last, but the week before that, that was not streamed. That was an absolute wreck fest for the Virtual Legends Tour here, since nobody really knew that track, and the setup was kind of thrown together at the last minute. Since this is a spec series, all of the setups are exactly the same. So, yeah, everybody's running pretty close together. So now we'll go down. I'll give you the top 5 rundown. And P doesn't look like this is working right now. Not going to be able to
Top 5.
use that.
Josh Kosek, Zach Novak, Ashton Crowder, Connor Okrezik, which is me, and Alex McCullough.
All right, there's the top 5. All right, thank you, Connor.
No problem.
Yeah, good luck today.
Thank you.
User left your channel. Error.
All right, there's the top 5. Thank you, Connor, for the quick rundown. As we see, they're starting to grid up. All right, let me take a look and see how much time we have left here on the grid. Looks like we got about 10 seconds till the pace truck will pull off. Brand new pace truck for iRacing this week here in with the new dirt release. Yep, looks like the cars are able to go into first gear now, able to pull off, indicating that the pace truck will soon come off. Oh, there goes the fire. As we have Joshua Kosek starting out on pole. He was a very surprise qualifier. So yeah, this will definitely be interesting. We have our Graphic Rush Media 50 graphic coming in here. I think we might be going green this time. Possibly. I didn't see any lights on the pace truck, so not exactly sure. See everybody getting ready, and that middle and bottom really slick. This is the first time I've actually gotten to see a good look at the surface after qualifying. That's definitely going to be very slick in the race. There's a lot of rubber down there. The dirt's coming off the track and shooting up. The cushion is not even a car width anymore. And it looks like you might be able to run the bottom through 1 and 2 as the pace truck drops down, and they're side by side as we go green here at Eldora Speedway, and the 44 of Joshua Kosek drops down to the inside in the rubber. They're about 3 wide, and he drives up all the way up the track, and we have a car wrecking and flying across. Wow, that was definitely a very chaotic start to the race, as we have about 20 cars stacked up, and we have Jake Matheson and Alex McCullough. It looks like they got through it with little to no damage. And we'll go back and we'll take a replay of that from Joshua Kosek's point of view, if we can get that pulled up. Still working on it, having a little bit of technical issues. All right, here we go. All right, here we go. Turn 1 on the first lap, and he just drives up the track and looks like he makes contact with another car. And it's just nuts after that. Yeah, I'll take a look at our chopper camera again for another look at that. Start as 33 gave the 44 a bit of a shove, and I think they went 4 wide for a minute. Connor Okrezik made it all the way through that wreck. It's very impressive. We just spoke with him, so yeah, that'll be interesting to see how he can take advantage of that. Connor Okrezik's adapted very well to the dirt here, and I think we're gonna go 1 to green this time. Not quite able to tell because of the pace truck's kind of hard to tell when the lights are on or off. So we'll see what we can do here. Right, looks like Connor Okrezik is going to opt for the outside lane. As we're about to go green, the 24 is right on his left rear tire as the leader fires, and they're away down into turn 1 for this next restart of the Graphic Rush Media 50 at Eldora Speedway. And Connor Okresic with the crossover move down to the inside and just passes the number 24 of Carson Hocevar. Hocevar with a slide job down. Oh, looks like we have another caution. Not sure exactly what happened. We'll go and take a look. See if we can't find out and see what went on there. Trying to look and see what happened back in the pack. Looks like 54 may have been involved in it. We'll watch from the chopper camera. Oh, and it looks like that was just the one car that got loose there. Yeah, here we go. We'll watch his in-car camera. Yeah, it looks like he just made contact with this. I think that was the 16 of Brandon Graham. And it was nuts after that. And as soon as these cars make tire contact, bad things happen. These things shoot up in the air. And yeah, they launch. They really launch across this track. As we saw in the first caution, we saw somebody shoot all the way across the track. All the way from the bottom to the top. And there was no banking. He didn't roll down the banking. It was all momentum. Alright, as we have Carson Hocevar in the lead. Pulled a slide job at the right time on Connor Okresic. Connor Okresic very fast in the 14. He's looking to have a good point stay, be able to take a championship. So next week is the last race. It's the next to last. As he's going to go up there right below the cushion, get half of his right rear tire on it. And he's going to drop down below the 24 of Hocevar, down to the inside, trying to pull off the slide job as he looks like he might do it. But Hocevar is going to get a good run off of the corner, and not quite good enough to get one with Alright, we have the 24 Carson Hocevar trying to chase down the 14 of Connor Okresic. And another caution. It's about the third caution we've had in yeah, third caution in 10 laps. 6 out of the 10 laps have been cautions. That's pretty bad. But this is new surface. This is completely different from what we've done. Take a look and see if we can't see anything on any of these cam replays. We're trying to follow the 57 of Trace Williams.
User disconnected from your channel.
Sorry about that. Not really seeing much. I think we're still. I think that was under caution. Not sure exactly what the cause of that was. As we're 1 to green again. Caution laps are very short here with dirt. So we'll take a look at this restart from the chopper camera.
User entered your channel. User disconnected from your channel. Disconnected.
Sorry about that. Still working on getting a couple kinks as we have our Dawson, my co-announcer, is currently not able to be here this weekend, or this week, and I think he'll be back with us next week as we're green here at Eldora. And the 24 with a great start over the 14 of Okresic, and the 13 gets turned down, 33 gets turned down to the inside. That's Ashton Crowder. We had him on earlier. Gets pushed down to the inside. And they're 3 wide behind the 3 and even 4 wide through the corners here. All the way back to about 5th. This is really crazy. Cars getting bumped and pushed around. Looks like we had a little pile up, another caution with the 1 car. We'll take a look and see what happens. As the 4 car just gets in the wall and spins and just stacked up a couple of people. That was actually a pretty decent run until we had somebody get in the wall. That was, for the most part, a single car caused that. I mean, it really wasn't that bad. go back to our leader, Ashton Crowder. It looks like we've had about 4 lead changes, a couple different leaders. Josh Kosak led him to the green. Then we've had Ashton Crowder, Connor Okresic, and also as well as Carson Hocevar. 15 laps complete here at Eldora in the Graphic Rush Media 50. Yeah, we'll give you the top 5 rundown for you. Oh, I'm getting a little clicky. It says in P1 we have Carson Hocevar, but I'm pretty sure that's Ashton Crowder. Second place we have Ashton Crowder, Carson Hocevar in second, Ashton Crowder in first, Connor Okresic in third, Jacob Harberts in fourth, and Daryl Carter in fifth. Rounding out your top 5 as we prepare to go green here again. And we'll have Ashton Crowder lead him to the green, and another great start by the 24 of Carson Hocevar as he's up on the inside. 33 of Ashton Crowder is going to try and get a run on the inside, and he looks like he might be able to do that. He's going to try and pull the slide job, and Connor Okresic down to the inside. That looks like that may be a decent line for this race, as looks like I think that's the 24 as we're under the yellow again. Wow, that was really starting to be a pretty good race there. Started to have the 80 of Jacob Harberts dive down to the inside and try and make something work. We had about 4 or 5 cars fighting for the lead. That was pretty crazy. It's actually a really good racing here in the Virtual Legends Tour. This is definitely an interesting race. I'm sure there'll be a couple of other dirt races on the schedule here for next year or next season. Not sure exactly what happened. That last caution looks like it could be to do with the 0-1. Nope, doesn't look like it. Take a look at our instant replays. See if we can't see anything. Oh, looks like it was up in front of them. Yeah, we got a big cluster of cars here. And it looks like the 95 just came down on the 0-1. 95 is being driven by... Trying to look and find it. Sorry, this isn't exactly the easiest. There's 96 came down on the 0-1 of Ryan Foltz. Yeah, 96 of Alton Parsons. Look at that. Just didn't know he was there. Alright. 1 to green here. We'll watch this restart from our blimp camera. Ashton Crowder is going to lead him to the green again on lap 21 of 50 here at Eldora Speedway. Presented by Graphic Rush Media. A lot of good sponsors here for the Virtual Legends Tour, like RTR websites and Graphic Rush Media. A lot of good ones. As the 33 gets a good restart, the 24 is going to try and jump him, bring him back down to the inside. Not quite able to pull it off, as we have the 14 of Connor Okresic pushing the 33 of Ashton Crowder. He's going to go and try and make a slide job work. Looks like he's going to be able to pass him, as we have the number 52 of Jake Matheson around. Wow. That was another interesting start. It's a very slow spin for him. It looks like he has something in his rear end broken. Oh, 6 just... Wow, a lot of different wrecks happening there. Just a plain black car there. Looks like he turned him a little bit. He turned the 52 of Jake Matheson. Yep, it just turned him right around, and the the other black car was unable to avoid him. Let's take a look at what else happened here with the 6 car. The great save. That was nuts. Let's take a look at that from the blimp. Looks like he just upped the track a little bit, made wheel contact And a great save by that black car. Not able to tell what numbers are on it. That was a wow. And the 8 of Alex McCollum getting turned around. He is in the chase. Devastating for him. He's been running very consistent the last couple of weeks. So we're 1 to green now, as I think they're going to follow the pace truck down into turn 1. Yep, that's turn 1. See the green cones coming out of pits there. All right, we're going to have the 34. 33 is not on the front row. Connor Okrezik and Carson Hocevar have been up there in the top for a good bit. Connor Okrezik's led, I think. Take a look. Not sure exactly how many laps he's led. We'll take the drop down menu away as we have the 34 Brandon Atkinson leading for the first time this weekend or this tonight. So they're 4 wide and another car straight into the wall hard. Wow, a lot of cautions. Definitely a lot of wrecks, as not able to tell who that was that turned the 6 car. A lot of black cars here without numbers. They just got turned into the outside wall hard. That was definitely a hard hit. We'll take a view of his cockpit here. And get that pulled up. Oh, wrong person. We'll take a look at the 6 car. Where is it? Where is he? I think this is the last caution. Look. Still amazing he's able to drive after that wreck. Take a look at this restart. So he just drives it into the corner and just gets hooked. Yeah, nothing he could do about it there. Really had no idea it was coming. Get hit 2 or 3 times after that. He made a really good save earlier after he got clipped. It was a rough day for him. It looks like they're going to try and catch up to the pace truck. Not exactly sure what's going on. So I got a couple of people pit for some reason. Not sure what it was. So I think we're 1 to green. Yep. So we had a restart there. So they're going to go for the restart. And the 34 of Brandon Atkinson takes him off into turn 1. And he's going to ride right in that middle line as we have a couple trying to pull a slide job at 3 wide out of 2. A lot of 3 and 4 wide racing here. This is really another caution. Wow. This is pretty bad. I don't know how many. Let's take a look. They have 8 cautions already. Only 31 laps in. Over halfway. At 21 out of 31 caution laps. Fastest lap of the race is a 20.4 second lap. Everybody's gonna catch back up to the pace truck. Yeah, a lot of cautions, a lot of wrecking here. Still, a lot of these drivers are trying to figure out what works and what doesn't. Still trying to figure out the Eldora and the whole dirt, how these cars drive on dirt, and yeah, I mean, a lot of people have been. A lot of these drivers, I'm sure, have been driving the dirt super late models and the sprint cars, and really haven't had a lot of practice in these. I'm sure a couple people have practiced, but I'd say a good majority of them have mostly been racing the other dirt cars and haven't really gotten a good chance to come in these and see how they drive. But looks like most of it is just racing around other cars. Seems to be the bigger issue with the way these drivers are. Because I think I'll go ahead and pull Connor take a look and see who we want to pull in. Alright, let's see who we have access to in the top 5. We might be able to pull in Jacob Nodestad or Jacob Harbert. It's 2 Jacobs in the top 5. Good day for the Jacobs. We'll pull in Carson Hocevar. Hey Carson Hocevar, this is TopSpeed Motorsports TV. How's your race been going?
It was pretty good. Really, not in my cautions, but it was fun, I guess, towards the beginning. You know, like the laps that we got, or like the lap that we got every restart, but got flipped under caution, and I'm the one sitting in pit lane, so pretty much sums it up.
Are you in the points battle for the chase?
No. This is my first, like, run, and probably not gonna continue, much.
Alright, it's been good watching your race, and I hope you get back out there and be able to pass a couple of lap cars and be able to finish up near the top 10, which could very well happen with all the cautions we've had. Alright, good luck to you. That was Carson Hocevar. Disappointing. You could definitely hear the disappointment in his voice, and yeah, getting wrecked under caution is probably one of the worst things that can happen to you, especially in a race doing as well as he did. Definitely frustrating. All right, so we have Brandon Atkinson up there, and Connor O'Kresick still up there at the front. Jacob Nodestad in the 41 all black car. Brandon Atkinson has led many laps today, especially because most of them were under caution. I think we're going to have 10 to go. 4 laps, 10 to go. Or we're going to be 1 to green here. And Brandon Atkinson's going to line it up on the inside. Seeing a lot of racing around the inside. You can really run around the whole track here and be pretty competitive, even more competitive than usual, due to the low grip from the bottom. Really the only places that aren't worn and don't have a rubber on it is the straightaways. This is the 34. Brandon Atkinson is going to lead him to the green. And he hasn't gone. And 14, O'Kresick gives him a bump and he's going. Not a great restart for him, as the 80 of Jacob Harbert's drops it all the way down to the inside, a couple feet from the wall. Oh, O'Kresick almost getting into the 33. 3 wide here, two wide for the lead, 3 wide, almost 4 there for a second. And we'll go take a look for the battle for the inside the top 10 of Joshua Kosek at the front. We have another caution. Oh, looks like we have the 16 of Braden Graham on his roof, just tumbling down the whole stretch. 44 of Kosek. Take a look. Watch for the 44. Not sure exactly what happened. Looks like he just slid up into the 1. I believe that's the 1. Or yeah, I believe that is the 1, and he just clipped him. 1 was way off the wall, and he just came back up onto the 16. 16 didn't see him there, and like I said, when those tires make contact, that type of stuff happens. Take a look at his in-car camera. See him spin in front, and Kosek just comes back up on him. Definitely see how violent this is from the camera here. I'm sorry if anybody gets nausea. Try and switch off that camera. So we'll be 1 to green. Very nice facility here, Eldora. iRacing did a very good job of remodeling the track, owned by Tony Stewart. This is probably one of the nicest tracks out there, especially in the dirt racing world. I've been to NASCAR tracks that aren't quite as nice as this looks. Alright, we're going to be 1 to green. Still your leader of the 34 of Brandon Atkinson. And I'm not sure if Robbie, the race director, has said anything about running it out under caution. Looks like we're green here. And this is they're coming out of turn 2 onto the straightaway. Not caution yet as they make it down into turn 3. And looks like the 08 is going to have a good run on the outside of the 34. You're going to try and make it work. Connor Okresic trying to bring it all the way down to the inside of the 08 or the 80 of Harbert's got a good run. The outside able to maintain his lead. So they drive all the way down to the rubber. You got a nice green flag segment going. We'll take a look at the battle for 5th place with Connor Okresic trying to bring it all the way down to the inside in the rubber. Not quite able to get a good run off as he's battling with the 96 for 5th position. Oh, got a car loose. Looks like he was able to bring it back. I think that was the 41 of Jacob Nottestad. So Okresic goes high, away from his usual line, gets a great run off. The 80 of Harberts has about 3/10 lead. The 33 dives it all the way down to the inside and not quite able to make it work. We have the 34 of Atkinson battling really hard with him, really close racing here, as we're going to have Okresic come into the picture as well. We're going to make it 3 wide in the middle. I have cars on the very bottom, the very top, and in the middle. This track, you can really run all over the place here. You can run the top on one lap and go run the bottom and do really well. As Okresic is going to bring it down into the... And I think he just set his fastest lap of the race. Connor Okresic just set the fastest lap of the race. With 2 to go, running about not quite a 10th over the leader. And we're going to have a caution. I think we're going to run it out. That's what it looks like. They're going to ignore the caution and the pace truck. The 33 gets a good run. And Okresic's going to get a good run down the straightaway. I don't know if they're going to... Oh, and they touch! Okresic gets into the 33 as we come to the white flag. White flag is out. See if the 33 of Ashton Crowder can make up enough ground on the 80 of Jacob Harberts. Doesn't look like he's going to be able to do it. As Jacob Harbert is going to set it sail down into turn 3, through turn 4, and across the line to win the inaugural Virtual Legends Tour race on dirt at Eldora Speedway. Not sure if we're going to be able to get him in an interview, but definitely a very good race by him. It's a very, very good race run by him. We'll have our top 5 finishing in the P1 position, winning the inaugural the Graphic Rush Media 50 at Eldora Speedway in the Virtual Legends Tour. Jacob Harberts won. He didn't have quite the fastest lap. And finishing second, we have Ashton Crowder. He's just set the fastest lap of the race. That was actually very, very close near the end. As we have Jacob Harberts doing donuts on the backstretch all over the track. No smoke this week. Finishing in 3rd place, we have Connor Okresic. I think he probably was consistently the fastest car throughout the race. Then in 4th place, we have the 96 of Alton Parsons. And rounding out the top 5, we have Brandon Atkinson, who ran most of the races. Or led most of the laps here. I'm sorry. That was a very, very intense race, especially near the end where we had a lot of green flag laps able to run. As I think we're going to be able to pull the 4th place finisher of Alton Parsons in here and ask him how it went.
User was moved to your
Hey
channel.
Alton, good finish in the 4th position there. You ran pretty well near the end, so how was your car?
My car was great. I took a while for me to get into the groove and stuff, and with all the cautions it was hard for me to make up positions and get back up there. I sort of messed up my qualifying laps and well, pretty much both of them. I expected to do better, but didn't really turn out that way. But the car was great, to be honest.
Yeah, it looked like you had a good run there. Where did you qualify, and how many cars did you have to pass to work your way up?
I qualified 22nd. I had to pass quite a few cars. At one point, I was pushed back to the rear after a caution that I was involved in, but I made it back up there.
Yeah, really good run, passing us 18 cars there to get up for a top 5 finish. How was all the cautions? How were you able to cope with that? Like, did that really play a role in how you got to the front?
It did, because there were a lot of cautions where I would make up spots and then I would fall back 1 or 2 spots here and there, but I was really trying to figure out how to run the low line because it was really slick down there and I really didn't like starting on the bottom, so I had to really adjust to that.
It looked like Connor O'Kresick was able to run really, really well down there.
Yeah, he was. He's pretty talented.
Yeah, he was really able to make that work. It looked like the high side was really the line to go with the whole race.
Yeah, it really was. I tried to run up there, but...
Well, all right, good finish to you for Parsons, and for a 4th place finish after starting 22nd in the Virtual Legends Tour race here at Eldora. Good finish.
User was moved out of your channel.
I think we're gonna get Connor O'Kresick in here. Not sure if we're gonna be able to get him. We're gonna have our P2 finisher of Ashton Crowder in here. I think we'll be able to get him.
User was moved to your
Ashton
channel.
Crowder, how was your car all night? Looks like you had a good run finishing 2nd. You were almost able to catch the leader there.
Yeah. No, we had cautions every couple laps throughout the race, which kind of not too much fun. But once we got that 5 to go, and just the officials told us to not ignore the cautions. Had a lot of fun there. I think if I had maybe 5 more laps, I think I could have gotten Jacob, but he just had it figured out his last few laps. But props to him on the win. But, up front we had a lot of good racing, but back in the pack, I heard it wasn't too fun.
Yeah, they were really clumped up and spread all the way across the track back there. But in the front, it was a really good battle. It looked like Jacob just really set that car. It really set sail through those corners, and it was really smooth through there. How was your car?
The car felt good. The fix out of all of our cars feel the same, but it's just how you drive it, and I felt like I was able to get it in there just as good as everybody else, but just didn't have the speed the last few laps.
Right, good finish. Great finish for Ashton Crowder. One of the fastest cars. Set the fastest lap all night at a 20.063 on a really, really worn out track. Good finish for him in the 2nd spot. All right, good talking to you, Ashton.
User was moved out of your
All
channel.
right, and I think we're gonna be able to get Connor O'Kresick in here. Here's our 3rd place finisher. All right.
User was moved to your channel.
Connor, you had a pretty good run tonight. Talked to you before the race. How did the race kind of play out? Did it play out the way you thought it would?
It just about. There were a ton of wrecks. There were actually more wrecks than I expected. I'm fortunate we had that long green flag run at the end because I got stuck back in 5th with about 2 restarts before the end of the race, and I had to work to make it up. There would have been a couple more laps. I think I could have won that race, but I got stuck in a battle with 2nd place. So
Yeah, you were definitely one of the fastest cars all night. Looks like you made a little bit of contact with the 33 car in the last couple of laps, but yeah, you were definitely fast on the high side and the low side. You were really able to make that work. How were you able to do that?
I took into the account of it's quite a shorter line going around the inside, but it's so slick you could not run full throttle around it, which I think is one of the reasons we had a lot of cautions, because people just could not drive the bottom line without spinning out or something.
Yeah,
But
it sounds like you're shifting through the corners. Was that?
I think it was just an iRacing audio glitch. No,
Yeah.
I was not shifting.
Yeah, it was definitely a really good run for you. You had the fastest lap for, I think, about half of the race.
When was our first green flag run? I don't even know when it was. We barely got through 3 and 4
Yeah, I think you
the
had
entire
a.
time.
I think
So.
you had a. I think there was a 3 or 4 lap green flag run about 6 or 7 laps in. Then it was really just caution after caution after caution after that.
Yeah, it was just a wreck fest. It was kind of getting aggravating because all the guys up front were pretty much racing clean up in the top 5, 6, 7th. A couple guys in the top 10 were a bit shaky and a bit all over the place, but for the most part, we were pretty quick and pretty clean. It was really good racing up front.
Yeah, a lot of the cautions weren't big pileups. They were mainly just little one-car spins.
Yeah, that's kind of what I figured. It's just everyone's trying to stay off of each other, and then sometimes you just overcorrect trying to stay off of other people, and some people just ran out of talent.
Yeah, unless that car is set on the right rear, it's not going to turn. And if you correct too much, it'll get the car pointed in the wrong direction and really just put you straight, like a straight path into the wall.
Absolutely. I touched it a couple times, but nothing major. Didn't knock it down or anything like some of these guys, but it was a relatively good race in the last couple laps, but it was a wreck fest. I'm sure
Yeah.
it was entertaining to watch, though.
Yeah, I mean they're dirt track cars. I mean they're made for contact.
All right.
All right, good finish for Connor O'Kresick in the 14 machine here at the Graphic Rush Media 50 in the Virtual Legends Tour. So where are you sitting now in points, Connor?
I think I am. Robbie just went over points. I'm tied for second with McCullum. Doucette's leading right now by 8 points.
Yeah, and did Doucette race tonight? I don't think he did. I don't see him on the results. So
Harberts who ended up winning, I think. Was it Harberts?
It was Harberts.
He was racing for Doucette because Doucette's computer does not run DX11.
okay. Well, yeah, you're definitely gonna be up there for the points battle next week. So good luck to you and good run today for Connor O'Kresick in the 14 machine at Eldora with a 3rd place finish.
Thank you.
User was moved out of your channel.
All right, now I think we're gonna talk to Robbie Johnston, the owner of this league, and ask him what type of improvements can be made to the league for the next couple of dirt races and how many more we'll see.
User was moved to your channel.
Hey, Robbie, do you think we're going to see any more dirt racing in the future after this race?
Absolutely. We have a whole season planned next season for all dirt races. Hopefully it goes better than that one, but we'll try it out and we'll see.
So is that going to be a separate Virtual Legends Tour dirt, or is that still going to be the same championship?
It'll be just the next season. We're just going to do all dirt, and we're going to run more than one season a year this year. Usually in the past we'd run one season per year. We're going to try and run multiple shorter seasons. So the next season's going to be 8 races, but then after that we're going to do probably just Legends Ovals or road courses or stuff like that, and we'll try different kinds of different races and different kind of seasons all in the same year. So
Do you have a timeline on when the next season would be?
we should start up in the summer, or not necessarily summer, but around late May or so. I would probably say to look for it.
Okay, yeah, we'll definitely be ready for that, and we'll more than likely have that on TopSpeed Motorsports TV. So, what do you think you can do to possibly clean up the racing?
Well, dirt racing, obviously, it just came out yesterday, and probably 75% of the field has no idea how to race on dirt. They may have never even watched a legend car race on dirt. So, legend cars are a lot different than other cars when it comes to dirt. They drive different, and they're so small that you can go, 4, 5, 6 wide, and it just takes drivers that know what they're doing. And really, people didn't have enough track time, just on dirt in general, for this race. We had a good run at the end there, but it'll clean up, I'm sure. It didn't help that we had 44 drivers either. I don't think we'll be getting that every race next season. But everybody's just so hyped about dirt this week. They wanted to try it out. They came race this race. So
Yeah, that that hashtag dirt confirmed hype train was it definitely left the station this week.
yeah,
All right, nice talking to you, Robbie, and we look forward to next season of the Virtual Legends Tour because this has definitely been a very, very entertaining series to watch. A lot of good racing that you guys put on here.
yeah. And I just want to thank everybody for watching and tuning in, and thanks to all our sponsors for sponsoring these races every week and letting us put this stuff on. So.
All right, this has been the Graphic Rush Media 50 in the Virtual Legends Tour at Eldora Speedway for the inaugural dirt race here. All right, thank you all for watching.